I hope everybody can see me. Apologies, I'm just trying to figure out my logistics at the back end. Um, I hope everybody is having a beautiful day, and we all here for a very learning session. And today is our 298th session of Bright Beginning Toastmasters Club, and I'm really excited to start off this session. We have full pack here today, and before I begin and give the stage to our TM Award, I would like to call upon overall purpose of why we are here and some ground rules which we want everybody to follow during the session. So one, the purpose of the meeting is to provide a learning environment for everyone wherein we work on our communication skills, our overall way we do public speaking. And to begin with, we want to set up with certain ground rules. One, if you please do not keep your phone on mute, and if there is a speaker who is delivering the speech, please avoid typing in message in the comment chat window. And if you want to go out of the room or the screen, would request you to make yourself off camera and avoid talking about politics, about religion, caste, and would request everybody to participate with full 100% focus, dedication, and with the learning attitude during the meeting, and take the full learnings from this meeting. With this, I would like to hand over our mic to Minakshi, Toastmaster Minakshi. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidhu. Most of people have millions of thoughts. But the moment somebody asks you to speak, we freeze. Anybody experience that? If you can raise your virtual hand, I can see very less, almost. Yeah, thank you very much, Aryan. Yeah, there's no problem with it. It's not something missing in you. It's not something that you don't have. The thing is, nobody taught us how to put these things together. How do we say what we want to say with clarity? So, good morning. Hello, everyone. My name is Meenakshi Gautam. I will be your TMOD of the day. I am not sure why the voice is echoing, but yeah, it's fixed now. So today we are going to learn how do we speak like a movie trailer. What does that mean? Can anybody tell me what is the agenda? Why is movie trailer rolled out? They can just give you a movie name. Go and watch. It's an amazing movie. Can somebody unmute and tell me why do we have movie trailers? Anybody? Maybe if somebody doesn't watch. Yeah, go ahead, Vidhu.
To grab the attention of the audience, to keep them hooked, to excite them, and to give them a overall brief so that they know what the movie is all about. It's a synopsis of the entire movie. So yeah.
Yeah, that's spot on. To spark that curiosity, that what are you going to get into when you buy that ticket? Because for 3 hours, you are locked inside a theater. Not quite literally. Yeah, you're more than welcome to leave anytime, but you pay for the ticket, right? So that's exactly how I'm going to teach you today in just 3 simple steps. How to spark that curiosity that people will be hooked to listen to you for next 3 minutes or next 5 minutes or next 7 minutes, however long your speech is going to be. So today we are going to unpack the layers, how the movie trailers are made. Before that, I would quickly brief you about what is going to be the agenda. How is the meeting going to look like? We don't have any prepared speakers today, which is, I think, really amazing because each one of you will get to prepare your speech in the table topics based upon the structure that we are going to learn today. And each one of you can get a chance to share your speech even twice. How cool is that? Yeah, so our main meeting will be about table topics and the learning. How do we put the most simplest structure together to spark curiosity, to put content where people can learn, and how do we get that impactful ending that people remember in your speech? So are we ready? Type it in the chat if you're ready, or raise your virtual hand, or give me a thumbs up, or just a little bit more energy. I'll quickly switch off this tab. This is really distracting me. All right. Good to see some beautiful faces. Hello, Nancy. Look very fresh. All right. So, what do you think? What is step number one to a good movie trailer? Any movie trailer that you can remember that really got your attention while you were super busy, while you were having a bad day. But as soon as you watched this first thing in the movie trailer, you were like, no, I am going to watch this movie. So, can anybody share your experience about watching a movie trailer that got you hooked? I am still here. If you can't see me, don't worry. It is going to fix
Okay,
itself.
so
Yes.
I mean, actually, so I can give some idea from my side. So there recently, I'm sure all of the people in the group in this meeting might have heard or saw the movie Dhurandhar. So Dhurandhar is one movie. I was waiting long for the news on Dhurandhar 2 when it's arriving. So finally, the trailer came out about 2 weeks before, I guess, the movie released. And the trailer gave a very good context of what is the story going to be about. And then it created a curiosity. Somehow I'm holding the curiosity so far because my wife is out. I want to watch it together with her. So yes, so this is like one of the example recently which came to my mind. So I'm sure it is interesting and very including for all people. So that's it from my side.
Yeah, you better hold that curiosity, otherwise you'll have to sleep outside. But I have a follow-up question for you. Trailer is released just a few days back. Is there something that you can remember from this movie that might have sparked your curiosity before even the trailer came? What was it?
Okay, so for if I have can answer. So okay, we talk about the specific movie Dhurandhar. When the movie ended, there was a curiosity, big curiosity, in fact, what had happened actually.
Yeah.
Whether the movie character or the villain Rahman Decade died or not died, this was the biggest curiosity. So that itself created enough interest or what's going to be the next.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is absolutely spot on. What is this called? When you leave something open for people's curiosity. This very thing is called using an open loop, that you give the entire story, but there's still a part where people are curious about it. For example, if you want to begin your speech where you want to tell people something really valuable and you know your speech is going to be really long, it's going to be 45 minutes, or for beginners, 7 minutes is long enough. And you want people's attention that they would want to hold on to what you have to say. Probably they have something important come up. Probably they have a baby sitting right next to them that's crying. They want to pay full attention. They have entire intent, but they aren't able to. So, what does this open loop mean? For example, if you begin your story that, it was a Saturday morning, I woke up and I was about to deliver my speech, and somebody knocked on the door. And I was expecting that there's no one in the home. Do you know who was that person on the next side of the door? You'll be really shocked to know. But before I tell you this, let me tell you something really important. If you think that you live in your home alone, You might be wrong. So what do you think? Will the person stay to know who was on the other side of the door? So what are you doing? You are keeping the brain with this curiosity, because brain always loves closure. It cannot digest something which is unfinished. Have you ever had friends who like to do a lot of conversation? They talk a lot, and they tell you that, I want to tell you something, but I got to run. I'll tell you later. Anybody who was like, no, god damn, tell me right now. I can't wait. Anybody who has been there, right? What does that do to your brain? It is giving you a non-closure situation. Yeah, Nancy, would you like to share?
Curiosity, and we have to wait when our next conversation would be. We generally stop our friend and tell him or her that first finish that conversation and then go. Just give us some context and then you can go.
Yes, because our brain loves closure. It cannot, it cannot not stop thinking about something which has unfinished ending, which is why one of the major thing that you will see in the movie trailer is unfinished, open loop. So the very first thing that you can put in the simplest structure is to spark the curiosity and to hold it, to build that tension until you reveal it later. I wouldn't recommend to do like Durandar Part 2. Please fulfill their curiosity right in the speech, because you never know. People will be after your life. They are going to chase you down and ask you that, tell me, what was it? Okay. So by the end of the speech, you should be able to tell people, what was it about that you were building that curiosity? And better make it interesting. Don't say that, oh, it was just a mouse. And it can be something funny. It can be something that looks big. It is something that scares you, but then you realize, oh, it was nothing. So it depends on what your message of the speech is going to be. So the very first thing that movie trailer use is to spark the curiosity. And this very thing is called the curiosity hook. So the very first thing that you can have in your speech structure is a very strong hook. It can be either a curiosity hook. It can be something which keeps people wondering about an open loop that you're going to close later. Or the best place to start with is a story. When you begin a story, people let their guards down. And what I suggest, if it is a cold audience, always start with a story or something funny, because a cold audience engages well when you don't start straight away with facts, but with a story, because story is lighter on everyone's head and people get connected with heart with your coming message. So what do you think? What is the second best thing that is in the movie trailer? Apart from the beginning, of course. What takes you to the theater? What is something that you would want to feel like, I want to watch this movie? Anybody? Give me wrong answers, give me wrong guesses, because this is kind of a brainstorming session. After this, we will have about 5 minutes time so that we can craft our own speeches for table topic session or any upcoming speech that you're going to give. Vidhu, I see that you have unmuted yourself. Would you like to say?
Align with your interest. So if you are a sci-fi lover, then if it is a sci-fi movie, then of course you would like to. So from the trailer itself, we get to know that if it interests us or not.
Yes, absolutely. Within the trailer, you get to know who is your actor. Is it your favorite or not? Is the content related to you? Is it an action movie? Is it some kind of philosophy? Is it arts movie? Is it all about dancing? Whether or not you have interest in this topic. That's the main thing that is going to drag you to theater. So the second thing that you want to have in your speech is actual content of the speech. What is the speech about? What is the lesson that you're going to teach people? What is it about the speech that you are delivering it? Why are you sharing this? A very strong why, and who and how will be your main content of the speech. So where your curiosity hook can be anywhere, if it is a 3-minute speech. So let's take an example of 3-minute speech. That's what we are going to do in our table topic session. So if your hook is 15 seconds to 20 seconds, your main content of the speech should be about 1 minute or 1 minute 30 seconds, where you are going to teach people. So which means that you got to introduce your topic. You got to tell them, why are you telling them? You got to get into the things. How did you do it? And who? Who is it all about? Are you the one who should be listening to this story? Are you the one this is meaningful to? So have these things in your main content of the speech: the what, the why, and who. Sorry, the why, the how, and who. Are we getting this? Yeah. All right. So the very last thing, which should be actually the beginning, when you begin to start thinking about your speech, this is the first thing that I recommend you should be thinking about. And what is that? The powerful ending of your speech. The third and final step is the powerful ending of speech. Because yes, you can share your stories of your struggles. How did you go through difficult times in life? But if you're not able to finish strong, the overall energy of the speech is going to be low. And we don't want people to feel low after your speech. Like if I'm sharing, there was a time that I went into totally depressed state because I was not doing very good in job. And when I was not doing good in my job, I realized that there's no self-worth of mine because I was so much attached to it. And this sadness led me to a place where I was super lonely. I was depressed. I was scared to talk about things. This can be your story too. And this is it. Thank you. How do people feel about this speech? That, oh, poor girl. Oh, this shouldn't have happened. Oh, maybe she's still struggling. So the overall energy of the speech is still low. I am telling my struggle story, but is it helping anyone? Or people are wondering, oh, probably I am in this space as well. I want to cry. Let me also isolate myself. So you don't want to set bad examples. Always talk from your scars, your healed scars, not from your wound. You don't want to be bleeding on your audience. Want to make sure that you teach something, just one small step that can uplift their energy. So whenever you start crafting your speech, the very ending is the part where you begin from. What is the message that I am going to share? That my message is that don't depend on anybody else for your self-worth. It is within you. It is within you. And even if people can't remember anything from the speech, this is the very line they should take home, that your self-worth lies within you. So what is going to be your last statement? So this is going to be a 5 minutes activity. Can I request the timer to put a 5 minutes timer? All of us are going to craft a speech. Don't think that this is going to be a final speech. This is going to be a very basic structure where you are going to start with a curiosity hook, main content of the speech, and then a powerful ending. So begin with writing a powerful ending. Is it going to be your mantra in life that you keep repeating? Is it the learning that you got from one of the incidents that happened? Can I have the 5 minutes timer, please, so that we can finish in time and start our table topic session at 11:06? Is that okay? All right, please let us know when. Apologies. All right, Aryan, that's perfectly fine. Okay, please let us know when 5 minutes are over. I can't see the timer. Oh, I can't actually figure out where the timer app has gone. My Zoom has updated. All right. Thank you, Nancy, for bringing up the timer. All right. So let's craft the ending, very ending of our speech. Is it a very strong quote that you believe in? Is it something that you have learned from your story? What is one message that you would want to tell the world? What is something that you stand for? What are your values? Don't wait for this message to be perfect. It just have to be impactful, simple, positive, and something that people will remember. You can even say the very last line of your speech at least 2 to 3 times in the speech, so that people do remember. And by the time you end the speech, people will repeat after you because they have listened to it a couple of times already. So what is the very last message of your speech that you would like to share with people? Let me know if you finish. You can either give me a thumbs up or raise your virtual hand so that we can go to the other parts of speech. Do you have any questions? Let me know if you have any questions. I think Ashutosh is done. Is that, yes?
No, actually, Meenakshi, sorry, I missed the initial idea which you were mentioning. So if you can repeat, it'll be
There's no
helpful.
initial idea. What I was saying that we have 5 minutes. We are going to craft a structure of speech that we are going to use in our table topics in the next session. So what
Okay.
we are beginning to craft our speech, the very final message that you would want to put together. It can be a famous quote, it can be a mantra in your life, the very final lesson that you would like to share with people. If you missed the last bit of it, I'll quickly share with you.
No, I got it. Only the last message.
Yeah.
In
So something which is
in-
uplifting, something which is
Sure.
positive, people can take home and people remember you.
Sure. Got it. Thanks.
Toastmaster Ashutosh Sinha in his last speech said this, right? So we are just crafting the very final message. It should be short, simple, precise, easy to learn. Most importantly, it should be positive. It shouldn't have any negative word. It's like, don't do this, right? That say no to XYZ. Don't put negative word, because whenever you put a negative word in a statement, people tend to ignore what not to be done. Like if you tell kids, don't run, don't run, don't run, what kids are hearing is run, 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 run. So make sure that your message is absolutely positive. For example, instead of telling them what you should not do, tell them what to do instead. So let me know if we are done writing the last statement of the speech. Don't wait for it to be perfect. How do you know that this is the message that you want to share? The very first message that comes to your mind, that's it. That's the one. Because there's a reason that is the very first thought that comes to your mind. So if you're done crafting your very final message, let's move on to the curiosity hook. So there are 3 ways that we saw how to create an engaging hook. It can be something where you leave an open loop. That this is something that I'm going to talk about, but hey, let me share this first. I'll come back to this later because this is more important. So now you have their attention because they're waiting for the ending. And also you told them this is something more important than that, so that people listen to it. So the curiosity hook is something which can spark kind of interest of people. Curiosity hook can be, you can start with some statistics, you can share some data that, do you know, 1 in 5 people struggle with self-love. And how common is that? Just imagine you're sitting in front on a dinner table with a family of 5, that means one of the person in your family might be struggling with self-love. So you got to give people context and some information that they can process and they think about, really, is it this common? So that they get hooked. And third thing is you can begin with the story. It's a Sunday morning, bright sun shining outside, but it's really hot. I want to eat an ice cream. And I'm thinking, should I go out in sun or I should stay at home? And this is the time when I realize that how much we think, even if these are very small, small things, why can't we just take action? Thank you very much, Toastmaster Nancy, for showing the timer. Yeah. Let's quickly finish crafting our speech. And the center of the main content of the speech is about who is the speech about? Why should people listen to them? That, hey, have you been into this situation where you felt lost, where you felt that your whole identity is being erased? This was me. And that's how I did it. And when you are telling people how, just give them one substantial technique that they can take home, how they can improve their lives. The speech shouldn't be about that, this bad thing happened to me and I did something and now my life has changed. Thank you very much. The last thing the how has to be that how people can change their life, just like you did. They loved your speech. They know that you're amazing and they want to have your life. Tell them, how can they have it? Give them one small actionable step. It shouldn't be like 20 steps skincare routine that you can have glowing skin. Let me tell you, these are the 20 steps. If you have 1 hour, keep listening. People will zone out after 5 steps. Just give them one small thing that they can start doing the moment you finish your speech. All right, so let me know if we have got this structure: a curiosity hook, an opening statement, the main content of the speech, and the very final impactful statement, so that we can move to our table topic session. Are we ready? Let me know if you need more time or we are ready. Thumbs up is ready. Thumbs down is more time. Okay, Ashutosh needs more time. That's all right. So I'll keep the table topics very simple so that you can utilize the structure, the story that you have been thinking about. And just a side note, doesn't matter what the table topic is. Share your message irrespective. For example, if the table topic question is that, hey, Toastmaster Nancy, would you like to tell me what was the most difficult time in your life and how did you overcome it? And you have been thinking about a story that how you burned a toast and how quickly you made another one so that your son don't have to stay hungry. And you're like, oh, I can't think of a difficult situation. Still share the same story that, it was one Sunday morning and I was super relaxed. And I realized later that my son has to go to school for a rehearsal session. Since my morning was relaxed, I put a toast on the gas stove and I totally forgot about it. I was just sipping tea. And then I realized that something is burning. I quickly went to the kitchen. I saw that the toast is burning and my son is like ready to go. And I feel terrible as a mom that why can't I remember that he has to go to school? But no, I am a mom and I know that I care for my son very quickly. I put another toast together and just within 30 seconds, the another toast was ready. And I did not have to think about the entire day because now I can relax. So, sometimes you might have difficult situation, but you don't have to stress about it. Take another chance, take another attempt. And that's how I overcome this situation. If I can make a toast in 30 seconds, so can you. Right? I hope you get it, irrespective of what the question of the table topic is. Share the story, share the message that you want to share. It will always, always land right. Are we good? Okay, it's 11:11. Wow. Quite divine time to begin with. All right. So since we are only 3 people in the room, I can see number of people increased. Who is?
I'm trying to join from other device. So yeah, it's just me.
Okay, you want to deliver your speech 4 times, Vidhu? That's quite interesting. All right, then. Let me know when you're ready. Type it in the chat or give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready. Let's begin with our table topic session. I've kept the table topics very, very simple. Okay, Ashutosh, Toastmaster Ashutosh is ready. Who else is ready? Okay, Toastmaster Vidhu is ready. And Toastmaster Nancy, are you ready? All right, so let's begin with our table topic session. If you are okay, we can go alphabetical order so that everyone gets as many chance as we can possibly get. And what I would suggest, if you want to go next level, like pro speaker level, use the same message irrespective of what question I am going to ask, how many attempts you are taking. Just tweak the body of the speech a little bit, but keep the message still the same. This way, you are going to repeat you're going to practice the same speech, because the perfect speech doesn't exist. There are only how many times you have practiced your speech matters. So sometimes when you say your message for the very first time, it can land right or it cannot. There's a 50-50 chance. But when you say your speech, then you know that, oh, I could have said this. Oh, this point I could have explained in this manner as well, but we never deliver that same speech twice. We forget about it and we move on to the next speech. So if you get an idea while you're saying your speech and you think that I could have said this better, in the second attempt, say the same speech with the different pitch or a different idea that you have got. Are we good? All right, so let's go in the alphabetical order. So we have the very first participant is Toastmaster Ashutosh Sinha. The day I almost gave up, but I didn't. The day I almost gave up, but I didn't. Toastmaster Ashutosh Sinha. Over to you.
The day I almost gave up, but I didn't. It's 28th of March, 2026. I was thinking and retrospecting whether to join in this meeting or not. It's been long, I didn't join the Toastmaster meeting. But then something pushed me. Why shouldn't I take a chance? One thing I got in my back of mind, and I read in a book a few years back, any change will be difficult in the beginning, messier in the middle, and will be gorgeous in the end. So let me go through this change. It might be difficult. I may need to drop few things, but let me do it. And it eventually helped. So I'm sure we do not realize what is going to happen to us in next 24 hours. We don't need to plan the things well in order, but just take one step at a time and then reach the goal as soon as possible. So take one step at a time and move forward. That's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
How amazing was that? Who thinks that that was like totally a professional speech? Yeah, amazing job done. So in the next speech, you can actually refine your message a little bit. I am not really sure. I couldn't see the timer. Was that 1 minute? Was that 3 minutes?
No, it was not 3 minutes. I think it was close to one. I mean, more than a minute. Forgot to note down the timing. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
I fell
Let's take it as a warm up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Next we have Nancy. I'll keep the timer for you only if I can figure out where the timer is. Okay.
I can start the
Yeah,
timer.
just
for
a
myself.
second. So take entire 3 minutes for your speech. Whenever you end your message, hold the stage for a couple of seconds. That you can do that too. You don't have to make a drastic change overnight. One step at a time. Just one step. And that 3 seconds pause. All right, so next is, I'll keep the timer for everyone so that you can quietly focus on your speech. Let's keep the timer for 3 minutes. I have cards, but I don't want to get distracted.
Meenakshi, I have. I can share my screen.
All right, so next we have Toastmaster Nancy. A mistake I made that turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. A mistake that turned out to be the best thing ever happened to me. Toastmaster Nancy.
A mistake that happened to me that turned out to be beneficial for me. One day, I was going, I was just roaming around with my friend. So generally, I had the habit of going to park in the morning every day, spend 10 to 15 minutes there, do my exercise, and come back home. So that day, when I was roaming around with my friend, she was saying that let's go to the gym that I generally go. I was little short of time because my meeting going to start in half an hour, but she was saying it will take just 5-10 minutes. I was so in hurry, but I mean she forced me and we went there. When I went, I saw people are so toned and physically fit. I thought to join some gym or a fitness center that day. I went there. I joined cult, and it's been 2 years. I have I have been associated to cult. I go every day, and I started feeling that difference in me as well. So one thing, so that day, if I would have said no to her, I would have never tried. I would have never seen what actual fitness is all about. That day, I think was the one of the best day wherein I got to know something new. I mean, the something that was in my mind that it's not going to gym is nothing. I mean, I can do exercise on my own, so there's no need to go. But I could really understand the difference in doing the exercise on your own and under the expert. So that was the day when I felt that sometimes the days which we don't plan and we feel that it's not that good are the days when we change something about us. So it's good sometimes. We feel that it's not good, but it's something happens for good. Yeah. Not not 3 minutes.
That's a beautiful story. How many minutes was that?
2 minutes, 15 seconds, I think.
Wow, that means you have entire 45 seconds to build up on your message. But we will talk about it in maybe the next round. But I really loved your story. You know, the most amazing stories are not that, I was climbing Mount Everest and it was really windy and, I have been an Iron Man, because normal people can't relate to it. Let's be honest. If people are like, okay, yeah, you can climb Mount Everest, I can't even climb my stairs without hurting my knees. So you and I are on the same page. I understand your struggle. You are amazing. And I feel more like a loser. Thank you very much. But most amazing story that common people can relate with, that not being able to go to gym because I feel that I'm a very responsible mom. And if I go to gym, I will be cutting out time that I can give to my family. How many of you have this thought? And this is the reason that I thought this is going to be a real mistake. Joining gym, what are going to people think about me?
It
That
makes
is-
us fit, I think, and then we can, I think, we can take care of our family in much better way if we are fit.
Yeah, share that
That
message.
one hour is worth spending in the gym rather than, I mean, losing your fitness, and then you will not be able to take care of your family at all.
Yes, share that message in your speech. That my worst decision could have been that I did not go to gym. But going to the gym turned out to be most amazing because now I'm fit. I can take care of my family much more rather than me being depressed and thinking about, oh, why the life is like that. You can do it too.
That 1 hour makes us active whole day.
Yeah, see, now you're
Yeah.
getting
Now
ideas.
I am getting it.
That's exactly what happens as soon as you finish your speech, your nervous
True.
system relaxes. That and then you're flooded with ideas that, that's 1 hour, family time, everything. So write that down. So we are going to do the second round. Share the same story. You can change the message, you can tweak everything, but keep your story, the essence of the message that you're going to share, somewhat same. Okay. It's not like that if I'm asking you what was your biggest mistake and that was a blessing, then you share the story about gym. If I tell you what is the biggest mistake that you have already made, then you share the same story that joining the gym.
Okay, so the story should be different.
You can tweak your message a little bit. For example, what is the biggest mistake that you made? Probably not going to gym was the biggest mistake. And that's when I realized that going to gym gives me happy hormones. I'm flooded with endorphins, much more energy. So tweak the message a little bit, not that exactly same story you have to share. Just resonate with what the question is. Sorry, Vidu, that I've been holding you a lot. That she turned off her camera. All right. So the next topic for our Toastmaster Vidhu is the moment I realized I had been living for somebody else's opinion. The moment I realized that I've been living my life for somebody else's opinion, Toastmaster Vidhu. Over to you. Oh, I think she got dropped off. No, probably she's joining from other device. Did you get to hear the topic or shall I repeat
No,
it?
if you can, yeah, if you can repeat one.
Yes, absolutely. Toastmaster Vidhu, the moment I realized I have been living my life for somebody else's opinion. The moment I realized that I have been living my life for somebody else's opinion, Toastmaster Vidhu. Timer, please keep the note.
Since childhood,
we always follow, we have been, we are supposed to follow whatever people around us do, right? Does that happen to you? My friend has taken commerce. I will also take commerce. My friend has taken science. Oh, science is important. If you don't take it, then you're not a child who understands and is good in studies. Is that something that happened to you as well during your school days, especially when you were choosing a subject in 11th and 12th? Right? Most of this happens with us, with everybody. And it starts during the childhood phase itself. And it happened with me as well. And it happened till today, right? We want big houses, we want a car, we want a very perfect life where we have a supporting partner, a prospering career, a very well educated, well behaved child. We compare ourselves with, okay, this is doing that, this is particularly doing that, and we have to be like them. Very recently, I was traveling to Arunachal Pradesh, and Arunachal Pradesh is a city which is very less populated. The beauty of that place, which I realized, is that everybody is so satisfied. I was like, how is that even possible? Like, they don't have a car, they don't have good things to wear, they don't have like, how can people be so happy and content? Why is that happening? And then I realized that they are, and even like there was an instance where me and my father was standing on a hill, and there was a hen, and the morning sound, the cuckoo sound which the hen is supposed to make, it was 11 a.m. and the entire city was very calm and composed. And I was like, where are the cars? Where are the people? Why even the hen is making that morning sound at 11 a.m.? How is it even possible? How lazy is it? Like, what are their aspirations? What is the purpose of life? And then I sat in a very small tea stall talking to two people. Then what drive your life? Why don't you want to come? And we try to propose them, like, we will give you 25,000 rupees, you're just earning 10,000, come to our house, and all of it. And they're like, we don't want to come to Delhi, we are fine with the way we are living here, we have nice air, we produce whatever we want to eat, we earn enough to keep us alive and happy, is what I got to know from them. And that made me realize that I have been living my entire life on somebody else's dreams. I have been attached to so many things which maybe I don't want in life. And that's how, especially I've seen maybe me with a lot of people around me with some dreams and aspirations which really doesn't mean anything to us if you really ask. So I believe that we have gone so far from what keeps us satisfied. The definition of contentment has changed so much for us that we have lost the true meaning of life. And that's where I want everybody to take a pause and see what is important in life and then what really drives us, rather than following somebody else's opinion, somebody else's dreams. Because as their dreams change, our goal to that particular, our purpose of life will also change, because it's not us, it's theirs. And over to you, Toastmaster Meenakshi, with this.
Wow, that was so beautiful. Apart from that, Toastmaster Nancy, we can't see the timer. We can just see the normal screen. But that's all right. How many minutes was that?
3 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay. Got to cut short a story a little bit, but how wonderfully presented. In 3.5 minutes, you can tell your story, the message, and you can actually take people to Arunachal Pradesh, how life can be slow, relaxed, happy. And you don't have to live to fulfill somebody else's expectation. Very clear message that these people can be happy and content just by following their heart. So how much clarity there is in the message. And that what makes a speech an amazing speech, when you say just one message with absolute clarity. There shouldn't be any confusion that, I loved her speech. The story was amazing, but I don't know what she was trying to say. What should I have learned from it? People shouldn't be confused, because confusion is going to make people confused about what should I learn. It's not a kind of a buffet that people can pick and choose. You drive the end message of the speech. So with this, are we okay to have another round of table topics? Will that be okay? Yeah. Okay. So is that okay if I can just give a little bit of feedback to refine your speech in the second round a little bit? It's not any personal or specific feedback. It is in general. Okay. So right now, I loved everyone's amazing story. Everyone has a very good message to share. And like I said, whatever question I'm going to ask, you share the same story and just tweak a message a little bit, but really work on your beginning hook. Slow down if you have to. Tone up a little bit if you have to. That why are you not happy if people in Arunachal Pradesh can be happy? Let me tell you the story that I experienced while traveling. Or if you have to tone, if you have to slow down a little bit, that this is a Sunday morning, I'm just taking a walk, very relaxed. And I saw a friend of mine coming. I'm sure she might have come to just a little chit chat. But then she told me, let's take a walk towards the gym so that we both can join. And I'm really shocked that why is she asking me? Okay, so spark that curiosity in beginning 30 seconds. So think of something that can either shock the audience, can get them into a thinking, thought-provoking zone that really, is this happening? I have absolutely no idea. Give them some shocking statistics or give them some statistics to think about. Something that interrupts the pattern. For example, I've been thinking that black is amazing color. You can wear black anywhere, but tell me that, you know what? White is an amazing color to wear because it radiates positivity. That breaks whatever thing breaks the pattern. So how do you work on a curiosity hook? Think about it like what people usually think and what the truth is. And that truth is your curiosity hook. That people want to learn that what? Have you ever seen these Instagram reels where people say that don't drink water? It might be making you sick. Yeah, though it's a negative curiosity hook, but something that sparks your curiosity that I've been drinking water for like entire life. How can it be bad for my health? I want to know, right? So something that sparks curiosity, something that breaks the pattern. And then you can transition from the rest of the speech. Keep the message, the end message same, that you want to say, that your struggles, that's something that you want to teach, and really work on your opening hook. So let's take 30 seconds to work on our opening hook, and then we can start the second round of it. And maybe you can try to add different moods in your story as well. So this section that we talked about, it was about your personal turning points, that you were going to direction A, but you turned to direction B. That ideally I would live for people's expectation, but I realized, no, I have my own opinion. That one day you almost gave up, but you decide, no, today I'm going to choose a different action. And something that happened to you that you're thinking that it's a bad decision, but it turned out it was an amazing decision. The next section is going to be fun, a little hypothetical. So you can add a little bit of fun element, some humor into it. So try the same speech, the same story, same message by adding some humor or some suspense or different moods you can try. So not necessarily you have to do it right now, but think about it. Let me know if you have any questions or you can keep working on it. Let's take a minute more. All right, are we ready to do the second round? I see Nancy, Toastmaster Nancy ready, Toastmaster Ashutosh is ready. Are we ready, Toastmaster Vidu? Yeah. All right, so this is going to be slightly fun and lighter, but again, share the same story in a different way, okay? All right, so can we go reverse order this time or anybody want to volunteer? I don't want to put Toastmaster Ashutosh again in the spot. Anybody who would like to go first? No one? We have practiced it already. It's the same speech. All right, so let me choose someone randomly. Okay, so let me pick Toastmaster Nancy for this topic. Toastmaster Nancy, if I could send one message to a younger version of myself, what would I say? If I could send one message to my younger version, what would I say? Toastmaster Nancy.
I would say, we started. I just did it. Let me share the screen. If I would say to my younger one, I would say that don't be afraid for any challenges. I'll start. So I was very young, I was in school, and I was part of a community within the school wherein it was the Go Green community, and I was told to present a speech for that Go Green. I mean, there was initiative that was being done in the school, so I was given an opportunity to speak in front of school about that Go Green initiative. But I was so scared to present that speech. I went here and there. If somebody can help to present, to write that speech for me, and I could practice in front of someone, I could not find anyone. I spent, I think, close to a week searching for an institute. I went here and there, but I could not find any solution. And ultimately, I decided not to give that speech in school and I took off. That was the moment I felt that it could be, that was the opportunity. It could have been not a very good speech, but I could learn something. So after that, I thought that I should join something wherein I should be given chances to speak again and again within our school. So they used to be weekly speeches or newspaper reading. So I started taking part in those initiatives weekly basis. That was a learning for me, that I took a step back, but after that I learned that I should learn something. I should not be scared about such situations. So I started reading the newspapers, and that I wanted to overcome that situation. So what I would want to give a lesson to my younger one that don't be scared of any situation, just take part and try your best. It will not be, you will not be best on your first day, but you will become better and better day by day. So that is one learning I would surely uh, teach to my younger one. Just give it a try, and every day you will be better than your previous day. That's all about me. Back to you, Roastmaster Meenakshi.
Beautiful. Thank you very much for that lesson. That, yes, whenever we do things for the very first time, it can never be perfect. But when we keep practicing, we become better. So thank you very much for that beautiful message. I love that. So next let's have Toastmaster Vidhu. Toastmaster Vidhu, if your life was a movie, what genre would it be and why? If your life was a movie, what genre would it be and why? Toastmaster Vidhu.
There is so many genres I want to live in. So the first genre, I think there would be, if I got a chance to live like a movie. Have you imagined yourself in a sci-fi setup where things are moving from one direction to another in the air? Very recently, I went to Dubai, where we went to Future Museum. And when I was in the Future Museum, I started dreaming about if I'm wearing those shoes which help me walk by myself. If I'm having a plate which tell how much calories I'm having and what to replace it with. If I'm wearing a bodysuit which illusion the other person that I'm looking how I envision myself to look like. If I'm in a house with a click of it, it went into air. And in the air, in sitting in my house, I can roam around in the world. Do you imagine all of this? And that's how I always, in my dreams, imagine from moving and doing things which is very sci-fi based. Having my own fish which can fly in the air, having a car which can go deep into the water, and friends I can just call from different planets and chill with. Because sometimes, to be honest, we don't want to interact with humans. We love to be around nature and dogs, and we love pets more. So, yes, I would leave everybody to have their own childhood dream instinct alive and keep dreaming about this complete different new world which you can live with, at least in your dreams. Over to you, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Wow, I'm feeling FOMO that I don't get to visit your world now. But wonderfully put together. Yes, sci-fi is something that fascinates me as well. So I really love your world. Please do invite me. I'm a good human being. I know you don't like to interact with humans, but I'll be a robo in your sci-fi world. All right. So with this, we have the very last table topic for today. we have Toastmaster Ashutosh. What would you do differently if you knew that nobody is judging you? What would you do differently if you knew that nobody is judging you, Toastmaster Ashutosh? Over to you.
Take one step at a time is what I think I should be following, even people are judging me or not. I can imagine the situation that people are not judging me and taking my actions without having any fear of being judged or getting judgmental, but that is not the reality. In reality, people judge you often by your actions, and often, even if you're not taking by actions, by their own internal personal perceiveness or the way they perceive things. So they will definitely judge. So I need to act as per my thought process, what is good for me, taking one step at a life, at a time and moving ahead. Moving ahead is the most important thing which need to be done, and I will aspire to do that. That's what I keep doing across my life so far. There had, of course, like others, I also do have my shares of struggles, my ups and downs. But one thing which kept me moving is taking steps ahead. Uh, Maybe sometimes it's very difficult. Even one step is difficult than moving a yard or moving kilometers. But then still moving ahead is what life is all about. There's another famous quote often reflected to me while I came across it was mentioned by Steve Jobs in his speech, which he was delivering to the to the I think the convocation of Stanford University. He said at the end of the speech that every morning what he used to do that stand in front of mirror and ask the question to himself, if he has only 24 hours left in his life, what is the things which he want to do in those 24 hours? And that is the message he gave to the students of those university, to plan your day as if this is your last day, thinking and working on only the most important things. It may include being judged. It may include getting embarrassed, but then you need to do it. That is how you need to take your life ahead. And just take one step at a time is what I will plan for to do. That's it from my side, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Wow, beautiful. One step at a time. I love that. Thank you, Amish, for sharing that beautiful message. With this, we come to an end with our table topic session and potentially our meeting as well. I could have had voted links, but I don't know how to do it. Probably I'll learn it in the next session. But today, we learn how to put the simplest structure of speech together. If you have to plan your 7-minute speech, think about the structure really, where you have just a curiosity hook, the main content, where you tell people who is this content for, how did you do it, and why should you do it? What's the cost of not doing it now? And then transition into very strong, powerful ending. That's pretty much your speech is all about. So I do get it. In 3 minutes, you have very limited time to share your content, share your message, share your story, everything. But yes, the foundation is that you start small and then keep building. So take this structure home whenever you're planning your next speech, whenever you're planning your next event, if you have to speak in a meeting, really use this structure. If there's a noisy boardroom and everyone is saying, tell them that, did you know that in a boardroom meeting, if you go one by one, everyone can have 20 different ideas. I mean, don't try this actually, but yeah, an example where you grab the attention. You just don't just seek it. People tend to listen to you because you have given them something to think about. Because that pattern interrupt, when everyone is shouting, yelling, trying to get attention, what you do is just interrupt the pattern. You just give them facts. You give them something to spark the curiosity, where the brain gets distracted, because nobody likes noise. Let's be honest. Who here likes that, when I'm standing at the bus stop and how noisy and traffic signal, oh my God, I really love it. Rather, that I've been to the serene beach, how peaceful and calm it was, I can't tell you. Even if you're a person who's a loud music lover, because everyone loves clarity when you can just focus on one thing. Why do you love beach so much and not city life? Anybody? Why do you think that beach is something that gives you that sense of calmness?
Because you can hear your inner voice.
Sorry, I couldn't quite hear that. Would you mind repeating,
Because
please?
you can hear your inner thoughts. Because it gives clarity, because there's not too much of noise, there's not too much of clutter in your head, you're not like into the constant loop of thoughts. You can break down your thoughts because there's not a lot of like distractions around. So whenever you're in a serene place, you get clarity in your thought. Okay, what do you want to do, where you are, XYZ. I always do that.
Exactly. That is so true. When your external world is calm, because when you're looking at beach, what are you looking at? Just plain sand and water everywhere. And that external calm gives you internal clarity. Think of it like a bottle. If I have mud in this bottle and if I keep shaking it from outside, will I get the water clear ever? But the moment I make the outside of this bottle clear, the internal words start to gain clarity as well. So everyone is in chaos externally. When you go to office, the traffic chaos, the metro, when you are at home, everyone is rushing to office. When you give people clarity, it's like music to their ears. So when you talk with clarity, when people can understand you, don't think that you are the one who's enjoying the conversation as a speaker. The listener is enjoying it more because they have much more clarity after listening to you. So start sharing your message with clarity. Just one message at a time, and that's it. Clear your own thoughts first about what are you going to share. So which is why the best place to begin crafting your speech is to decide what the end message is going to be. And I know that you are all amazing speakers. You have great stories to share, and people are waiting for you to share your stories. So keep working on it. Whenever you have your next speech, whenever you have next event, do give it a thought. Or even if you are not into public speaking, if you make reels, if you have anything to say in a birthday party, if you are giving some kind of felicitation to someone, use the structure. Just spark curiosity that who are you going to talk about? Tell the person who are you going to talk about and end it with a strong message. That's it. That's all we look for in a speech. So with this, we come to an end for our meeting. Any questions if you have, I'm more than happy to answer, or we can just close if you would like any feedback with respect to your specific speech. I'm happy to connect, like give you one-to-one feedback. But I think the general feedback is just really stick to the structure. Thank you very much for all these amazing emojis and support.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster
Thank
Meenakshi,
you.
for the wonderful session.
Thank you so
Being
much.
TMOD and wonderful messages and suggestions.
Thank you very much. I hope it was useful.
It was indeed.
Yeah, thank you very much for taking out time to attend this session today. I know it gets busier on the weekends, but yes, you are winning already because you showed up. So keep sharing your message and we will meet next week. See you. Bye-bye. I
Bye.
will stop.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Bye. Have a great weekend.